And hello everyone, welcome back to another nim tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be continuing to look at minor modules in nim that are not really big enough for their own tutorials, but are small enough to fit into one big tutorial with a couple others. So let's start with import std sums, and then just echo sum kbn. And this will add all the values in an array together to give you the total. So let's just add an array here, 1, 2, 3. We run this, we get 6 because 1 plus 2, that's 3, 3 plus 3, that's 6. Simple as. Next up, we have random. And here we can just do randomize. Now in nim, just like with other languages such as Lua, Delphi, and C++, you need to specify this to make sure you get really random values. In C++, you might notice if you don't specify randomize somewhere, you will not get random values. Sometimes these values will repeat or they'll be easy to guess, but with randomize, they're more random. And of course, you can just go rand to get your random number. And let's say 5.9, meaning we'll get a random number between 0.0 and 5.9. Now if we were to run this, we will get 1.51373. You can also create an array, so var array, which is 1, 5, that should be a comma, not a dot, 6, 7, 8, and then echo sample R. Now this will take an array or a sequence or whatever, and it will pick a random value from that array. So in this case we get 7. If we run it again, we get 5, 8, 6. Now let's say we didn't specify randomize here, because you might be wondering, okay, but what really is the point of randomize? So I'm going to comment it out and we're going to run this program. And we get 6, we get 6, we get it again, we get it again. As you can see, it's no longer random, it's only random once, and then after that, it repeats its normal randomness. But if we specify to randomize, then now, we'll get 5, 5, 1, 5, 1, 6, and each time we'll get a randomly chosen value instead of always getting one value. And you can also, of course, shuffle an array, so shuffle. And when you shuffle an array, and that will permanently modify the array, so echo array, it will modify the order in which the items in the array is. So in this case, we get 86571, 18657, and so on. Next up, we can have parseutils. And this will give us a couple of utilities that we can use to parse text. So here we can go echo capture between, and let's just create a variable and hello world. Now capture between text E. Now what this means is return whatever is between the first E in the string and the end of the string. So we'll get hello world. So there. Just without the E. So we'll get hello world. So from the very first E until the end of the string. You can also specify where it should end at. So let's say R. So from the first E you find until the first R you find. So we go like that, LLOWO. You can also specify where to start. So start is equal to 5. And now it will not return anything. Let's just specify O so it actually has a value. We go like that and we get ORLD because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it will start somewhere here and it will search for the first O it finds and then return from there until the end of the string. If we did not specify start, we would have gotten world. Now you can also go something like var c, and that is a float of type 64, meaning it's a 64-bit float, meaning it is accurate, I believe, until the 64th digit after the dot. Anyhow, then here we can use parse biggest float. We also have parse biggest int. And in this case, we can just go 19.23532212. Just a random one. Put it inside of the C variable we declared and then echo out C. Now if we were to run this, we'll get 11, and then here we get the actual value. First it returns the string length and then converts the string to the C variable that can store a float 64 data type in it. Now you also have more than just these. You can also have the parse biggest int, parse bin, parse char, parse float, parse int. And basically they all do the same thing, but just with different types. And that is that for the mini modules. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all again in the next nim tutorial.